few days ago, my youngest son, who's 12 years old, was very upset because he had upset and disappointed somebody else. So I held him and listened to him, and he told me that he believed that the purpose of life was to be happy himself or to make other people happy, which of course is such a sweet aspiration. But the problem with that, as he was experiencing, is in all those moments that we're not feeling happy, or in all those moments that we appear to make somebody else unhappy, we believe that there's something wrong with us. And he told me that he felt he was a failure. And it just touched me so deeply, because I saw that this is a form of the narrative that we all carry. The feeling and the story that there's fundamentally something wrong within us. And it showed me, and showed me in myself as well, how pervasive this atmosphere of lack of kindness is inside us. It just reminded me how unkind we often are to ourselves. So I'm sharing this practice as a short yin yoga and meditation practice to come to be more familiar with the atmosphere of kindness. Because it's only when we grow in that familiarity, when we really come to feel it and know it in ourselves, that we can possibly be kind to others, and that we can possibly be kind to this precious earth. So we're going to start with a wide knee child's pose. But feel free, of course, to do any different or no physical postures. It's being with intention and cultivating the atmosphere that we're really focusing on. A wide knee child's pose. You sit on your heels. You put cushioning between your hips and your heels if your hips don't come all the way down. You take your knees as wide apart as they can go. And then you come forward to the ground or to cushions. Once there, you become still, knowing that we're going to stay for several minutes. Feeling your breathing and taking a slow, deep inhale through the nose and out through your mouth with a sigh. Feeling your body, feeling the ground that holds you. Feeling the sensations of breathing wherever you notice them. And every now and again taking a deeper inhale and exhaling with a sigh. And seeing what parts of your body you can surrender a little more into the ground. The kindness that we're cultivating here is an atmosphere of kindness. Which meets whatever arises in your experience. It's the flavor or atmosphere with which you meet this moment. And you can slowly inhale and lift yourself up, bringing your knees together one at a time. And coming next to lie all the way forward. Lying prone first of all, letting the ground hold you. Again, taking a slow, deep inhale and exhaling with a sigh or a sound. So this atmosphere of kindness is one that is spacious and forgiving. It's like the ground that holds you right now. It's unconditional. When you're ready to, you can lift yourself up onto your elbows. This is a Sphinx posture. Continuing to exhale out through your mouth, releasing your jaw, softening the muscles behind your eyes. When this inner atmosphere of kindness touches any suffering, whether it's pain in our bodies, whether it's grief, anger, frustration, confusion, it stays very close. It's as if this atmosphere of kindness turns towards any suffering and rests there quietly, holding space, feeling whatever the suffering is expressing without getting lost in it. But rather deeply connected to trust, to the earth, to love itself. To the knowing that even through this moment, all is incredibly well. If you choose, you can lift yourself up with straight arms into seal posture. Beginning to explore how it is possible to turn your attention towards the challenging sensations you might be feeling right now in your body. In this same way, with this atmosphere of kindness. turning towards and softening around. Holding space for what is here. And then slowly exhale and lower yourself all the way down to the ground again. Releasing your jaw, letting the ground hold you. So since kindness is one of the ways that the energy of love expresses itself, and since the energy of love is actually the frequency of consciousness itself, it's the frequency of the universe. It's an energy that is sentient, conscious, alive. And so there's also a quality of curiosity. Kindness moves through us with curiosity, wanting to meet and know what is here. When you're ready to, you can press yourself back onto your knees and come into a child's pose. Either the knees together so that the thighs support the belly, or you can put cushions and blankets there if you need more padding. And when the atmosphere of kindness, the energy of kindness, meets beauty, joy, excitement, love, it celebrates with it. It delights in it. So noticing in these few moments, paying attention to the sweetness that might be present, to feelings of ease or joy, aliveness, love. Feeling how the atmosphere within moves to delight in that with you. And slowly inhaling to come up when you're ready. The last yin yoga posture we'll do is a butterfly. Sitting on the front of your sit bones, so sit up on as much height, sitting on cushions as you need to in order to tilt the pelvis forward, widen the backs of the thighs. Soles of the feet come together a few feet away from the pelvis, and then the spine just comes to where it comes to. You can support the head or you can let the head hang. Releasing your jaw, relaxing your eyes and your shoulders. Take a slow deep inhale and exhale with a sigh or a sound. Once again, intentionally turning this energy of kindness, this atmosphere of kindness, towards whatever is here in your experience right now. Inviting your attention to follow your breathing down to wherever you're feeling strongest sensations from this posture. And noticing this quality of kindness that is curious, that wants to turn towards, to meet, to know, to touch, to hold. That wants to tenderly hold space for, that wants to delight in whatever is arising. That is infinitely spacious is in its own capacity to hold the full spectrum of life. Infinitely spacious. When you're ready, quietly bring yourself up. Draw your knees together, extend out the legs, rest back on your hands, close your eyes, gently rock your body a little if you like, release the jaw, feel the ground. Inviting this softening inside yourself. Whenever you're ready to, bring yourself to a comfortable seated position. Or you can be lying down if you prefer. See that your body is supported. Widen the backs of your thighs if you're seated. Lengthen your spine. Exhale with a sigh, close your eyes. I suggested to my son that perhaps the purpose of life, rather than to be happy and make others happy, rather than to be successful and even make an impact in the world, perhaps the purpose of life is to give ourselves and other people radical permission to be exactly as they are. That in this radical permission to be as we are, to meet with tenderness, to delight in whatever it is that is arising, that this radical permission itself and this kindness becomes the fertile ground from which who we are blossoms into what it is we're here to offer. So you might want to bring your attention, and maybe your hands as well, to your lower belly area and just give it a rub there as you breathe right down low into your belly. And feel from this earth center in your body your own connection to Pachamama, Mother Earth. To feel the way in which you're held profoundly, unshakably. So as you breathe into your belly, know that you're held, that you're safe. That every part of you and this moment is allowed. You might want to bring one hand to the heart and bring your attention into the space of the heart. Breathing into the heart. Letting this atmosphere, this energy of kindness turn towards any painful feelings there. The grief, anger, fear. Turn towards and soften around. Make space for, allow. It's okay to feel this way. And you don't even need to figure it out right now. You don't even need to understand it. Certainly not right now to fix it. Just let it be held in kindness. Some of you might also notice feelings of sweetness, of joy, excitement, gratitude, love. Breathing into those if they're present, perhaps side by side with feelings of grief. Letting those feelings also be touched by the energy of kindness, which delights with you in them, just as the birdsong does. Just as the bees delight in the flowers. Making space even for the stories you carry about yourself, the narratives of judgment, the stories that tell you need to achieve, you need to do well, you need to be liked, you need to be good enough. The stories, of course, that tell you you're not good enough. Rather than pushing those away, let those also be held in kindness. Let those be breathed into, invited into the sacred circle inside you. Recognized as the young parts of you just trying to keep you safe, just trying to make sure that you're not expelled, rejected. And yet here you are, never abandoned by kindness itself. And bringing your palms together, perhaps rubbing the palms, feeling the touch of one hand against the other. Bringing into stillness in front of your heart. Feeling how each hand is listening to the other as messengers from your hands to your heart. Whatever arises in this moment and the next, and the next, and the next, can be received in this spacious atmosphere of kindness. Whatever arises is allowed. And so, with this growing, its atmosphere of kindness within us, may we meet the next person we come into contact with, whether in real life or online, with the same softness, the same willingness to hold steadily and softly the suffering they might be feeling, even if it's expressed in violence. The same capacity to delight in the joy they might be feeling, even if it's expressed in arrogance. But may we never abandon ourselves, even as we meet others. Making time and space to feel into what's being triggered, to feel into, turn towards, and hold gently whatever is wanting our attention. May all of life always be met with and in this atmosphere of kindness. Namaste.